Good morning. My name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach, a life coach, and the host of this show, the Take Your Life Back radio show. Let's all take some small steps in life today. This video is part of a motivational video collection of different speeches I have given mainly at public meetings and in different formats. And I talk about how success may seem sudden, but it is a result of small, often unnoticeable, incremental steps. If any of those steps did not take place, success would not have been achieved at all in the first place. Watch this video and listen to this speech that I broadcasted on the Take Your Life Back Today show. Too many success seems to come suddenly in their life. When you observe others and what they have achieved, you usually don't appreciate what has taken, how long it has taken them to get to where they are. Ultimately, in failing to do so, they fail to learn what it would take for you to attain the same level of achievement and success. But if you take the time to truly think about it, you will find that success is usually only a small step away. Yet, despite all that, it sometimes eludes most people. It always seems so near and yet so far. Let me illustrate what I mean with this short story about my military past. A part of my military training in the Marines was given in a very demanding way by demanding assignments. We were put in groups of 10 and taken to some unknown location far in the bush. After a few days of camping there and doing some military maneuvers, we were told to head back to the base. Only this time, we wouldn't be driven back. We would have to hike back. We had only a few things to carry: a liter of water, maybe for the whole trip, and an M16 rifle with 1 round of ammunition. So we started off the day at sunset, walking through the thick bush, because we were using a campus, or I should say compass for direction. We had to walk in a straight line back to the base. Any slight deviation from the path and we would definitely have gotten lost. That meant whatever obstacle we encountered on the way had to be overcome by us. The straight line had to be maintained at all costs. Worse still, we had no light. We were basically walking blind in a moonless night. So you could see where your next step was going to land. But we had to walk fast. Our deadline was 12 noon the next day to be at the base, or else we would have failed the assignment. So we walked through the night. There was no time for fear, no time for doubt. We had to do what we had to do. Our future depended on it. Just take it one step at a time, we were always taught and trained. As I walked through the unknown and scary world, one thought kept coming through my mind. It was, just take one step at a time. Doesn't worry about what will happen later. Just think about each step, one small step at a time, to succeed in life. That was the idea, and I hung on to it. So with that, I found with some courage to get going, we moved on through grass as tall as giraffes and tough different terrains. Our hands were pierced, bruised, and sliced as we searched around the dark to make a path to go through. We conquered what seemed to be endless mountains on the way. The rocks were so hard on our tired feet, as though we had no boots on. Our legs cried for mercy from effort of climbing up those steep slopes. We had to keep moving, small steps, to succeed and accomplish our mission. Every now and then, a dim light would appear in the distance, offering some hope to find a village and get some water to replenish our fast depleting reserves, only to disappear as we got closer. It was not on our route, or perhaps we had some mass delusion. Take a break if you must, but don't ever give up. Finally, we would go no further. The pain and the fatigue was unbearable. We had to catch a nap. It was past midnight, 1 hour of sleep, all cuddled up like puppies for warmth, and then we moved on. Soon the morning came, but there was no time to appreciate the sunrise. Our water was all gone, and the day brought it unbearable heat and nasty irritating little flies with the intent on getting into our nose and our ears. It was so hard you could feel the heat embracing your face. We were getting dehydrated by now. It was so bad you could eat the salt off your face. All the sweat had dried up. Had it been any other day, I would have laughed out loud and seeing everyone walking with white powder on their face. But right then, my tongue was sticking to the roof of my mouth, and laughing was just almost impossible, very difficult to even imagine. By now, everyone was wishing that they had not had to carry that M16. It seemed to have gained an extra 5 pounds since we had begun. The straps had slowly dug into the flesh across our shoulders and the back. Every step was accompanied by some pain in one part of our body or other. Every part of our body was crying out for attention, but we had to move on, small steps to succeed. By mid-morning, we were utterly exhausted. Some dragged their rifles behind them like unwanted tails. Others had taken off all they could for the heat. We were as dry and shriveled as prunes. We were a sight for sore eyes, but right then, more about the survival than dignity. Finally, a few minutes to midday, we arrived at the base. Only then did I notice how bad I smelled. I had no idea I could stink so bad, but first things first, despite the smell, water, food, and a bath in order. The journey of 1,000 miles. So you see, we took small steps to succeed to accomplish our mission. Together, they added up to hundreds of thousands of small steps. But we might have chosen not to take that first step had we thought about that. We might have stopped at that point along the way. That would have meant that we would not have gotten to our destination. There were also obstacles along the way, but with each small step they were overcome. There was frustrations, fears, and uncertainties, but with each small step they were crushed. There was hardships and dangers, but with each small step and focus on the desired destination, they were conquered. So you see, success is no mystery. It takes one small step to succeed. Because as Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu, a journey of 1,000 miles must begin with a single step. Have you taken one step today? Call me at 844-405-HELP. Together we can help each other take our lives back. Remember to be good to yourselves and to be good to other people. A simple smile to a total stranger can change their life forever. And guess what? It could even help change your life. May God bless you. May God bless America. And remember, one step at a time. Remember that so clearly. One step at a time, and also remember God loves you. Take good care of yourselves, and we'll talk to you on the next episode tomorrow. Take good care of yourself. God bless you. God loves you. Take good care. Bye-bye.